Hi students, welcome to English class. Today we'll begin with the new chapter of your short story textbook. And name of chapter is My Greatest Olympic Prize, written by Jesse Owens. So about Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens, he was also known as Buckeye Bullet, and was born on September 12, 1913 in Oakville, Alabama. He was the son of a sharecropper and grandson of a slave, and achieved what no Olympian before him had accomplished. His stunning achievement of at, gold medals at the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin has made him the best remembered athlete in the Olympic history. And this story is about a true lifelong friendship shared between two great athletes during the 1936 Berlin Summer Olympics. That is a true lifelong friendship shared between Jesse Olympics, an athlete belonging to the Negro race, and Lewis Long, an athlete belonging to the Nordic Aryan race. There were two rival races then. So, a true friendship shared between these two great athletes is what the story is about. And Jesse Owens, who smoked up to a pack of cigarettes a day for a good deal of his life, died of lung cancer in Tucson, Arizona on March 31, 1980. The theme of the story. The important theme that is discussed in the story is that Olympic Games, it's not winning but taking part. And the essential thing in life is not conquering but fighting. That is the main theme that is discussed in the story, or the main moral that is given, or the advice given by the author through this story is that Olympic Games, it is not winning but just participating. An essential thing in life is not conquering. We need not win always, but we have to keep on fighting. Now about the important characters in the plot. The plot is at Berlin, at Germany, because it is where the Olympic Games was held. Olympics was held over there. And important characters in the story are Jesse Owens. He was an American Negro. I told you he belongs to a Negro race. Then Lewis Long. He was a German competitor and he belongs to which race? German Aryan race. Why a special mention about the race is mentioned is race mattered a lot before they formed a good friendship with each other. The world of Germany, or the country of Germany, believed in the Nazi superiority theory. They thought that they are excellent when compared to the other outstanding ones in the world because they belong to the Nordic Aryan race. But it was Jesse Owens, through his outstanding performance in the running broad jump, who proved the world that Nazis are not the superior race, or there is nothing like a Nazi superiority theory to be followed in this world. People belonging to all the race are equal whether you are black or white in strength. It was Jesse Owens, through his remarkable performance in Olympics, who proved it. So, let's begin the chapter. It was the summer of 1936. The Olympic Games was being held in Berlin. So, the story was set on one summer of the year 1936. And the setting of the story is at Berlin, the place where the spot where the Olympic Games was held that year. Because Hitler childishly insisted that the performance were the members of the master race. Nationalistic feeling was all-time high. So, the story was set in the year 1936. And where is the story set? It is at Berlin, where the Olympic took place that year. because Hitler childishly insisted that that the performers were the members of the master race, and nationalistic feeling was at all time high. And at the time, it was said that the leader of Germany, during that time was Hitler. And Hitler said that the performers, being the members of the master race means Hitler believed that since the Germans belong to the Nordic Aryan race, he considered the Nordic Aryans to be the superior race. Since the Germans belong to the Nordic Aryan race, they would perform better than any other performers or the participants in 1936 Olympics. Hitler stubbornly believed that his countrymen, being the members of the Nordic Aryan race, would perform better than any other participants from any other country or any other race. It was a childish or a stubborn belief of Hitler. I wasn't too worried about all this. I trained, sweated, and disciplined myself for 6 years. So Jesse Owens is telling. That was the greatest belief, or that was the greatest publicity given by Hitler to everyone. I wasn't too worried of that. Jesse Owens is telling. We know Jesse Owens belongs to which race? He belongs to Negro race. But Jesse Owens was not worried about all this. I trained, sweated, and disciplined myself for 6 years. So he's telling, I have got training for the past 6 years with the games in mind. And why I have trained myself so well is just to get medal in the Olympic Games. While I was going over on the boat, all I could think about was taking home one or two of those gold medals. So Jesse is telling, when I started journey from my hometown itself, I have made a vow in mind that I will return only after getting at least one or two gold medals. I had an eye especially on the running broad jump, and his main aim was to get gold medal for which event? For the running broad jump event. A year before, a sophomore of Ohio State University had set the world record of 26 feet 8 1 by 4 inches. So a year before, when he was a student in the Ohio State University as a sophomore. Sophomore means second year student. Second year student in college. In which university? Ohio University. He had already set a world record of 26 feet 8 1 by 4 inches. He had participated in the running broad jump and he is having a world record of 26 feet and 8 1 by 4 inches. Everyone kind of expected me to win that Olympic event hands down. As a result, all those people who know me thought that I'll be able to win the Olympic gold medal hands down. Hands down means easily. I'll be able to win the Olympic gold medal very easily. I was in for a surprise. When the time came for the broad jump trial, I was startled to see a tall boy hitting the pit at almost 26 feet on his practice sleeves. So, Jesse Owens is telling, when I reached Berlin, I thought that I can do a great surprise for the people over there. I was in for a surprise. I was ready to surprise the people with my grand performance. When the time came for the broad jump trial, I was startled to see a tall boy hitting the pit at almost 26 feet on his practice sleeve. But when the time came for the broad jump trial, when it was time to do the trial on the broad jump event, I was startled. Startled means I was shocked to see a tall boy hitting the pit at almost 26 feet on his practice sleeves. But when it became time to do the trial for the running broad jump, he was shocked to see a boy who was a tall boy and he was performing very well. In his trial itself, he was doing or he was jumping up to 26 feet long leaps. He turned out to be a German named Louis Long. I was told that Hitler had kept him under wraps, evidently hoping to win the jump with him. So when he inquired who that tall boy was, he came to know that he was a German and his name was Louis Long. I told you, the entire story is about a good friendship shared between Louis Long and Jesse Owens. So he came to know the one who was performing very well for the running broad jump was Louis Long. And he also came to know that Hitler had kept him under wraps. Wraps means Hitler had kept him secret, evidently hoping to win the jump with him. With a hope that if Jesse Owens happens to find the performance of Louis Long all of a sudden, he will lose confidence and thus Germany can win in the running broad jump also. I guess that if Long won, it would add some new support to the Nazis' Aryan superiority theory. So he thought, no. If Louis Long is going to win the running broad jump event, it would add some new support to the Nazi Aryan superiority theory. Then it will be like supporting the Nazi Aryan superiority theory. So, what is this Nazi Aryan superiority theory? Nazi Aryan superiority theory, it is the theory, a race theory adopted by Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler childishly used to say that the performance, who were the members of the master race means the Aryans, who were the members of the master race. Being the members of the master race, they would perform better than any other participants in the Olympics. Since the Germans belong to the Aryan race, Nordic Aryan race, which is considered to be a very superior race. Hitler proposed the idea that this Nordic Aryan race is the most superior race. They were very fair, they had blue eyes and blonde hairs. He said that being the superior race or being the superior category, it is sure that it is only those participants who will perform better than any other participants in the Olympic meet. I guess that if Long won, it would add some new support to the Nazi Aryan superiority theory. So, Jesse thought, if this Louis Long is going to perform better than me, then the entire world will once again have to propagate or support the Nazi Aryan superiority theory. That is, the Hitler's race or the Aryan race is the superior race. After all, he's a Negro, right? After all, I am a Negro. So he's telling, after all, I am a Negro compared to Louis Long. A little hot under the collar about Hitler's ways, I determined to go out there and really show the Führer and his master race who was superior and who wasn't. So he's admitting, I am a Negro, a little hot under the collar. Little hot under the collar means who gets angry or embarrassed. A little hot means I am a little angry or embarrassed about the Hitler's ways. I am embarrassed about the way of Hitler or what Hitler says about various races. So he was quite determined to go out there and really show the Führer. The Führer is Hitler itself. And his master race who was superior and who wasn't. He really wanted to go and show to the people of Germany who is superior and who isn't really superior. An angry athlete is an athlete who will make mistakes. And any coach will tell you, as any coach will tell you. So he's telling, I know, when an athlete gets angry, he will commit a lot of mistakes. I was no exception. Even I am not an exception in that case. On the first of my 3 qualifying jumps, I leaped from several inches beyond and take off board for a foul. Because I was angry or because I was a little hot under the collar On the first of my three qualifying jumps, what happened during a trial jump is I leaped from several inches beyond. I started jumping from several inches beyond itself, from the takeoff board, and for a foul. As a result, it became a foul. That is, on the first trial, what happened is he started jumping several inches beyond from the takeoff board. So, as a result, it became a foul. And on the second trial, what happened is I fouled even worse. The foul which I made was even worse than the first one. Did I come 3,000 miles for this? I thought bitterly. To foul out of the trials and make a fool of myself. So he started thinking, is it for this matter or is it for this reason I have come 3,000 miles far from? I thought bitterly. To foul out at the trial and make a fool of myself. Have I come all these, or have I come this 3,000 far off distance just to foul myself and become a fool before others? Walking a few yards from the pit, I kicked disgustedly at the dirt. Suddenly, I felt a hand on my shoulder. So, he was really disgusted, or he was really discouraged at his own performance. He couldn't do well. So, walking a few yards from the pit, I kicked disgustedly. Disgustedly means out of discouragement. Disgustedly at the dirt. Suddenly, I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was then I felt someone touching me from behind. I turned to look into the friendly blue eye of the tall German broad jumper. So when he turned back to check who it was, he realized that it was the tall German broad jumper. Who's the tall German broad jumper? It is Lewis Long with blue eyes. He had easily qualified for the final on his first attempt. He offered me a first handshake, and Lewis Long has got easily qualified for the finals by now. And he offered me a first handshake. Jesse Owens. I'm Lewis Long. I don't think we have met. So Lewis Long started the conversation. He's telling to Jesse Owens, I'm Lewis Long. I don't think we have met. He spoke English well, though with the German twist in it. So Lewis Long, though a German, he was speaking in English. And there was a slight twist in the way he was speaking. Glad to meet you, I said. Then, trying to hide my nervousness, I asked, How are you? So, Jesse Owens is replying, Glad to meet you. Then, he was trying to hide his nervousness. He was really tense because he didn't get qualified for the running broad jump event. Then, hiding his nervousness, he asked you, This Lewis Long, how are you? I'm fine. The question is, how are you? So Lewis Long is asking back. My question is, how are you? What do you mean? I asked. So Jesse Owens is asking, what did you mean by that? Something must be eating you, he said. Proud, the way foreigners are when they have mastered a bit of English slang. You should be able to qualify with your eyes closed. So, Lewis Long is telling, something must be eating you. I think something is bothering you. Eating you means something is bothering you. He said, proud the way the foreigners are when they are mastered with a bit of American slang. He was quite proud on the way he is able to speak English. His language was actually German, right? But he was proud that he is able to speak in English language. So he was speaking in a proud manner when he was speaking in English. Because he is proud about that he has mastered a bit of American slang. Then he was advising him. You should be able to qualify with your eyes closed. So that is a bit of advice given by Lewis Long to Jesse Owens. Jesse, you should be able to qualify. You should be able to qualify for the running broad jump with your eyes closed. Eyes closed means in a relaxed manner. Eyes closed, meaning in a relaxed manner. You should not become nervous. You should be in a very relaxed state. Then you can get qualified for the running broad jump easily. So dear students, we'll stop here today and remaining we'll continue in the next class.